Okay, I met this nice guy now. I don't even know his name. What's your name?
Fernando.
Fernando. Frankie. How you doing, man?
Nice to meet you.
I hope my phone don't go out because it's so hot. It just like shuts off.
So we tell him we in Arizona.
All right, come over here because you look dark.
Well, yeah, I'm light skinned.
Oh, you're still dark. I don't know what it is. All right.
It's probably just a light. What's going on?
Yeah. Well, I told you I wanted to ask you a question. Nothing personal. But do you know one of the biggest lies in all mankind?
Honestly, I don't.
You can't think of like one that.
A salesman?
Oh yeah, well, salesman. I hear that, man. But I think one of the biggest lies is, believe it or not, that the people think, like most of the people think, we're living on a spinning ball flying through space. And that's not the case. The Earth is flat and cannot be moved.
Of course.
Did you know that?
I did not, but it sounds good.
Come a little closer. Let me can't hear you. What'd you say?
I said, I believe it. I mean, I never heard it, but.
You never heard it?
Never heard of it.
Do you believe like there's satellites in space?
I mean, most definitely. How else would they, be able to keep track of us? Every move we make, every step we take.
Everything is ground based. Like all these cell towers, you don't even notice it. They're camouflaging with palm trees and stuff.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
But they say there's 17,000 satellites in space. There's not one up there, man. Even the guy here at the dealership, I was telling him my radio was acting up, and he goes, yeah, because we had a glitch in the satellite. I said, listen, Sammy, there ain't no satellites in space. And he started laughing at me. And I said, Sammy, I'm telling you the truth, there ain't no satellites up there.
Right.
He goes, well, why do you say that? I said, well, if there was 17,000, how come not one does a 360 turn and shows the Earth spinning and flying? How come not one?
Right.
And how come none like crash into each other, fall to the Earth?
You got a point there.
We've been lied to. And I wanted to tell you, you work, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, you pay taxes, right?
Yes, sir, all the time.
NASA, every 24 hours, takes 50 million plus every 24 hours from us taxpayers, and they haven't gone anywhere.
Oh yeah, they still stuck in the damn little database that they had. I mean, I believe that. And now that you mentioned about the satellites, now I'm starting to really believe it. Because everything is pretty much based out here. Like I said, I mean, everybody's keeping track of it somehow, some way. You got all
Oh
these
yeah, you
towers
can't even go around the corner without them knowing what you're doing.
Exactly.
But the thing is, what about your cell phone? I could lose reception going around a mountain. But yet, meanwhile, there's supposed to be satellites up in space. Then why am I losing my reception?
Right.
That's all bullshit. That's like the dish guy who was working on my dish, and he goes, well, you weren't getting your signal because your dish was moved over like a half an inch, and it didn't pick up the satellites from space. And I told him, I said, listen, don't bullshit me. There's no satellites in space. And he actually like laughed at me, and I said, well, ask your boss. Ask him if there's satellites in space. See what he says. And another thing is, I'm a follower of our Lord. We're finding out now in our Bible, there's like 200 or more verses that tells us the earth is flat and cannot be moved. But years ago, my wife's sister told me she had to leave. She had to go back to New York. A taxi pulled up, and she goes, before I go, I want to tell you something. I said, well, what is it, Sue? She goes, we're finding out the earth is flat. And I started laughing. But then I researched it, and I found out it's true. And because I thought you'll fall off the edge, right? But you know what it is? There's a giant ice ring that surrounds the flat earth. And we don't know, or they don't tell us what's on the other side. Because the sun and the moon are not deep space. We're not going around the sun. The sun and the moon are inside the dome. and they spiral in and they spiral out, and that's how we get the seasons. But the sun and the moon don't spiral out far enough. They reach a certain distance, then they come back in. So that's why that ice ring is around us. And we don't, they don't tell us, we don't know what's on the other side of it. We're like trapped here, bro.
Oh yeah, no, most definitely. Most definitely. That's why you're starting to see a lot of things, happening, overseas and everything. I just believe, for me personally, it's a better living overseas. Like you said, we're trapped in this world over here. This world, they got us in every corner, trapped. And there's no way out unless you make that move.
Amen. A lot of people are leaving America. And the same thing with all these shootings. I'm not saying all of them are not real. They could be paying somebody to do it. But the reason why they're doing it now is because they want to take our guns away from us, man. That's why you see it all over the news. All the movie stars have this saying now, enough, enough, enough. Because once they take our guns away, which is going to happen, they're going to take our guns away, then we'll be like fish in a barrel, bro. And then they're going to implement the chip because we can't defend ourselves. Once they take our guns away, they're going to give us the chip, and then you'll be able to buy and sell. But without that chip, you won't be able to.
Definitely. Thank you, boss.
Thank you. But I wanted to tell you that you seem like a nice guy.
Yeah, likewise.
I'm Frankie B. Flat.
And I'm Fernando from Boston.
Oh, you're from Boston? Oh, I'm from Long Island, man. Let's go Mets.
Hey, y'all doing y'all thing right now.
Let's go. I used to be into it so much. I remember in '69, when I was in junior high school, when the World Series was on, they had a loudspeaker throughout the whole school. So everybody knew, even though we were studying and listening to the teacher, the whole game was on the loudspeakers. That's how large and charge it is. And but now I'm 64. I don't give a rat's ass who wins, who loses anymore.
Right. It's all politics.
It's like tribal mentality. I used to like try to get home early on a Saturday if the Jets were in the playoffs and stuff. I would go crazy trying to get my work done to get home to sit in front of the TV. But once the towers fell and the Yankees were playing the Diamondbacks, I was into the Diamondbacks because I moved here, but I'm still a Yankee fan and a Met fan, believe it or not. And after those towers fell, nothing really mattered anymore. And another thing too, those towers came down, you could tell they were imploded. And they got away with it, man. And that bothers me. And I'm from New York. Like all those firemen and those policemen lost all their comrades and they don't even question it. That bothers me, man.
Well, it goes back to what you were saying. As far as us being trapped, everybody's being manipulated. Of course, they're not going to do nothing about it. Because at the end of the day, I just feel like the government is scared. They put us in a position where we can't even defend ourselves anymore. Look at Asia. They coming up with all kinds of new nuclear weapons and everything like that.
But I wanted to tell you.
Stronger than us.
But I wanted to tell you something. There's no such thing as nuclear weapons. There's big bombs that could do big damage. But there's no nuclear weapons anywhere because they say there's, I don't know how many nuclear weapons on board a carrier, on board a submarine. But has any gone off? Not one, man. That same thing with that Kim Jong-un from South Korea, or North Korea.
Yeah.
He's just a setup. There's nothing going on, man. It's just to put fear in us. And now with all these shootings, they're gonna take our guns away, man. And we can't defend ourselves. And the shit's gonna hit the fan soon. A lot of people don't know. But that's what I wanted to tell you, because you seem like a nice guy.
I appreciate you.
Yeah, all right, so. But yeah.
Most definitely, man.
All right, I'm on my YouTube channel is Frankie B. Flat. I'll put you on there.
I'll put it on.
And yeah,
I'm gonna send you my subscription because I do music. So
okay.
At the end of the day, you'll see my stuff on there too, and Yeah, well, I'm just giving out positive vibes. You know, I'm bringing hip hop, old hip hop back, LL Cool J style, and
Oh,
stuff
okay.
like that. You know what I mean? And
You know what? To me, though, I don't want to cut you short, but to me now, like, I know I'm old, I'm 64, but most of the music to me, it sounds like crime, man.
that's all it is. It's pain, and it's more of not like great pain to me. It's more of a suicidal pain now, because now you start seeing all these young cats coming in, and I mean, colored hairs, so all these skinny jeans. Everybody wants to talk about, you know, I've done this, I've done that.
Sad,
They don't
man.
really understand the real struggle.
Yeah.
Worry about what's going on the outside before you what's the word I'm looking for? Before you think you know what you know, pretty much.
In other words, you gotta be awake today, man.
Of course.
You gotta be aware. The same thing, like I hate to bring up the shootings again, but they're talking about the guy had a, AK-47. He did this, did that. They watching every move we make. You know, if you're doing all that stuff, you're gonna get stopped, man. You can't go around the block anymore. And that's what, it really bothers me because I worry about my kids and my grandchildren, man. Because I believe everything the Lord said is coming true. And a lot of people are going to be caught off guard real quick, man.
If you don't catch it before it catches you, it's a wrap. That's just what it is.
But I wish you a lot of luck in your business. Yeah, I'll put this on tonight.
Okay.
And we go to Frankie B. Flat, hit the videos, and I'll put it there.
All right, definitely, Frank.
All right.
I'm going to put you in my notes, and I'm going to get everything situated when I hit the studio today.
Sweet.
Sir.
And remember, all things must pass
Sir.
until our Lord appears.
Always. Amen.
Amen, man. Thank you so much.
No, thank you.